Welcome to Ghost Platoon's Core Concept Series, a series that covers Ghost Platoon's implementation of Army doctrine and standard operating procedures. In this video, we will cover Part 1 of Vehicle Operations. This video will cover the basic steps to take in order to prepare a vehicle for operations, as well as basic principles and controls once the vehicle is in operation. Let's dive in. One of the most important components of vehicle operation is communication. To effectively communicate, a radio must be mounted in the vehicle and a loudspeaker turned on. Once the radio is configured and is tuned to the channel given to you by leadership, a radio check must be conducted to ensure that the radio is functioning as desired. In order to properly equip a vehicle with a radio, there are a few steps that need to be taken. First, approach the vehicle and enter in the driver's seat. Next, ACE Interact, hover over Racks, hover over Dash Upper, and select Mount. This will bring up the radios that are currently in your inventory. Select a radio to mount, and then release your ACE Interaction key. Your radio has now been mounted in the rack of the vehicle. You will still need to set up the radio in order to properly utilize it during your convoy maneuver. In order to do that, ACE Interact, hover over Racks, select Dash Upper, and the radio that you just mounted in the vehicle. Release your ACE Interaction key. This will bring up your radio. First thing to do is to properly set the channel per leadership direction. In order to do that, you will use the plus or minus button to select the channel. For this demonstration, we are going to use channel 21. Now the channel has been set, you will want to set this radio to loudspeaker. In order to do that, you will hit the 7 key on the radio. This will bring up a list of options. In order to move through the options, you will use the up and down arrows, which are located on the 6 and the 9 key. Move down to radio options and press the ENT button on the keypad. This will bring up another list of options. You will look for the radio speaker. Use the 9 key to move down to the radio speaker, and again, hit the ENT button. You are now set for the radio speaker. It is default to radio speaker off. You will need to toggle between on and off to properly utilize the radio speaker. In order to do that, you will want to hit the 9 key again, and making sure that the radio speaker is on, and make sure you hit the ENT button. Once you are done, you can hit the escape key, and you are now set. The radio is now mounted, a proper channel has been selected, and it has now been set on speaker. You are ready for communications. Now that the vehicle is prepped for operation and we have begun the maneuver, there are a few key controls to utilize. The speed limiter is engaged by pressing the delete key. The speed limiter allows throttle control below where the limiter is set, but it will not allow the vehicle to exceed the speed. Cruise control. Cruise control is engaged by pressing insert. This sets the vehicle at a speed and will attempt to maintain it, even if you stop pressing the key to make the vehicle move. These controls are important to know, as it will make maintaining adequate spacing in a vehicle convoy maneuver easier. Ghost Platoon utilizes an SOP of 75 meter spacing between vehicles during convoy maneuvers. However, that distance will change depending on the mission and situation. Your C-tab can still be utilized while operating a vehicle. The control to toggle your main interface will bring up your normal Galaxy S7. If you want to utilize the vehicle's Blue Force tracker, you will need to use the control to toggle the secondary interface. Next, we will cover information pertaining specifically to the vehicle's passenger and gunners. In vehicles with the CROWS system, the gunner will have the ability to enter thermal optics, to adjust magnification levels, as well as use a laser rangefinder to zero their weapon system. The control to enable thermal optics is B as in Bravo. To change magnification, you can utilize the plus and minus keys on your number pad. To use the laser rangefinder and zero the weapon, press T as in Tango while looking at a target you wish to engage. Passengers in some vehicles, such as Strikers, may be able to occupy an air guard seat and turn out of the vehicle if the situation dictates or allows it. Turned in means that the hatches are closed and you are not exposed. Turned out means that the hatches are open and you are exposed, but you are able to engage if needed. This is accomplished using the scroll wheel interaction. Next, we'll talk about dismounts. There will be times passengers and/or crew may need to dismount the vehicle. There are two types of dismounts: soft and hard dismount. A soft dismount leaves the driver and gunner in the vehicle, and a hard dismount means everyone, including the driver and gunner, gets out of the vehicle. Finally, we'll talk about repairs and towing. In the event a vehicle takes damage, the decision can be made to repair the vehicle or tow it. To repair a vehicle, you must have repair specialist permissions, as well as a toolkit in your inventory. Walk up to the back of the vehicle, ACE Interact, hover over Repair, and select Repair All. Based on the damage of your vehicle will determine how long it will take to repair. If the determination is to tow the vehicle, you must walk to the tow vehicle, scroll wheel, and deploy tow ropes. Then walk to the vehicle to be towed, scroll wheel again, and attach tow ropes. You are now connected to tow your vehicle. Carefully pull the damaged vehicle to a safe location to conduct a full repair. This concludes our demonstration. Remember, proper training leads to proper utilization. When properly utilized, these weapon systems are able to effectively neutralize combatants and keep you in control of the fight. If you like what you see or are interested in joining our community, stop by our Discord.